to see the existing list over here. If I, if as an admin, I want to make any of the edits to the existing one, I do have a quick options over here. The first option is for edit. The second option is to create a duplicate one, the duplicate entry, and then I can go ahead and update it according to my requirement. If I want to remove any of the one, I can go ahead and remove it. Then the last one, that is the second last, that is active and active. If I want to deactive any of the user, I can click on this icon and I can deactive. The three dots will again allow to do some additional adjustments. If you want to get this assigned to menu, add to menu, you can add it to the menu. If you want to view it, you can view it. And if you want to add it in the banner, you can always go ahead and add it to the banner as well. Correct. So over here, if I want to make any of the edits, I can click on the pencil sign. And once I click on edit, I'll be able to find it out all detailed information, which starts from name, what is the designation, what is the department, email address, secondary email ID, short description, phone number, secondary phone number, fax number, secondary fax number, and extra information if there is any. If that particular member is associated to an agency website, I can specify the agency details over here itself. Member type, can specify the member type over here itself. Address, image. The image has already been uploaded over here. By any chance, if I want to update the image, I can click over here, and the same media functionality, you can upload it from your own computer, or you can utilize your own past uploads and update the image as per your requirement. If you want to see any of the recent uploads, you can click on recent uploads, find the details, and upload it from your recent uploaded media as well. Correct. Once this information has, the media has been updated, then you can provide the social media details, that is Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. If there is any of the information provided, the links, the handlers are being provided over here, it's going to start displaying in the front end of the website. If not, then that section is going to be hidden. Publish date. What is the publish date? On which date this particular member needs to be displayed on the website. If you want to keep an end date, so let's say as an example, if you want to show some of the member, but that member is going to be is on a notice period or anything like that, then in that situation, what you can do is, or he is been moving from one department to the another department, so you want to disable it from the front end, then you can set an end date. So automatically on that particular end date, that particular person will be removed from the front end and will be deactivated in the back end. If you want to set a display order, you can always go ahead and set a display order. Based on the display order, the member is going to be displayed on the front end of the website, first, second, third, fourth, like the sequence, whatever sequence you specify over here. Based on that sequence, you'll be able to see the member details on the front end of the website. Publish, unpublish. By any chance, at any given point of time, if you're making the adjustments and you're still not sure, or maybe you don't have all of the information for a particular member, so you can change the acceleration from publish, unpublish. SEO information, it's we do have a functionality to generate all of the SEO information automatically. Correct. So when I click on auto generate, all the information has been generated automatically. By any chance, if you want to get it updated, you still have an permission to edit the meta detail, meta title, meta descriptions. Once all of these changes are completed, then there is an option to save and exit, save and keep editing, and cancel. Correct. So this is how you'll be able to do the adjustments for the team member. So what I showed you right now, that is how you can do the edits. The same functionality and features will be available once when you want to add any of the new ones. So I'm in top officials. Over here, if I want to add any new, I can click over here, create page. The same fields, what we saw during the edit, will be displayed as blank when you want to add a new information. Correct. So let's quickly go through that. Name, designation, department, email, secondary email, if there is any. Okay, these fields are not mandatory. So the information, what you have it, you only need to add necessary information. Short description, phone number, secondary phone number, fax, secondary fax number, extra information, if any, agency, which agency that particular member is associated to, member type, address, image, Facebook, all social handlers, publish date, end date, display order, ICO information, save as draft, save and exit, save and keep editing, save with other website. Okay, so there's a slight change in this buttons, because this one is something which you're creating it as new team member. So once when you create a new team member, and you want to get it that you also want to add that team member to a separate website, to a tenancy website, then you can always go ahead and get it associated to the tenancy website as well. And cancel is self-explanatory. So this is how exactly you can do adjustments for the team member: add, edit, delete, and update. Moving ahead with, okay, any questions in regards to team officials menu?
Yes. You muted your thing, right?
Your voice is echo and muscly, so I'm not able to hear it properly.
Hi, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Just a observation. Under the team members, can you search Joe Beth for me? So under top officials, there's one called Joe Beth, Jobeth. All right. So when trying to view, because we made some changes there where we added a biography and then we saved and we tried to view it and we got an error. So I just want to see if you would get that same issue. All right. So when we tried, that was when? That was a day or okay. So that was Monday we tried and we actually got an error trying to view the information. So I just wanted to point that out if in case it was still happening, but I see now that it's corrected itself, same like.
Mhm.
So I
Okay.
just wanted to touch on that before we moved away from the team members.
So just to keep you I mean, so just to make you aware, once when you make any of the changes, it's very important that you go ahead and save the change. Once when you save it, then only the updated changes are going to be displayed on the front end of the website. Correct. So it's very important. It could be a situation where you might be making the changes and the session might have got expired, and due to that reason, you would have received an error. You can try it again, and if you're still receiving an error, then take a screenshot and send me the error. We will be able to help you out with resolving the exact issue.
All right. So if it happens again, I'll just take a screenshot and
Sure,
forward it.
sure. Absolutely. Moving ahead with the next, that is tenders and tenders notices. Okay, so over here, the the functionality still remains the same. The fields will change according to its own requirements actually. So if you see over here, the existing list over here, if you want to edit it, you can click it over here. If you want to duplicate it, you can duplicate it. If you want to delete it, you can delete it. If you want to deactivate it, you can deactivate it. And if you want to add it to the menu, you can click on these three dots and you can assign add it to the menu as well. So when I click on edit, over here, the first one, that is title, which category this particular tender falls under. If select the document type, do I want to select file or it's an external link? I do have a selection of two different options. Correct. Based on that, the field is going to get updated. Correct. So if I over here, if I'm going to select link, then it's going to be a link box. I've selected file, so I'll be able to upload the file again. Over here, it again has the same functionality to upload it through the media. But when you'll click over in the media, you'll only be able to see the documents because that is a document upload feature, correct? Search ranking, high, medium, low. It'll add the necessary meta details, publish date, due date time, correct, and the end date. Okay, over here, there is a slightly different uh, tenders tend to have a date where there is a due date. So on that particular, by that dates, the user needs to complete the filling of the tender. So accordingly, we have set a due dates over here, correct, and the end date. Moving ahead with the next option, that is publish and unpublish. Self-explanatory. Save and exit, save and keep editing, and cancel. Correct. So now, if I want to add a new entry in tenders, I can click on create page. The same fields, I'll be able to see the same fields. However, it's going to be the empty fields over here: title, category, document. Let's say as an example, if I want to add a link, then as I explained well while editing, I'll be able to add the URL over here, search ranking, publish date, due date, end date, publish, unpublish. Over here, again, you're creating a new entry. So once when you're creating a new entry, you will have an option to save it with other website as well. Correct. So once when you click it on the other website, it'll ask you which website do you also want to get this associated with. Correct. And then that is cancel. So this is all about the tender. Any questions in regards to the tenders?
Yes, can we see the front end of the tenders page, please?
Sure. It's been a long time, so I'll also need to find it out. Just bear with me for a minute. So here is the tender page actually. Tender and tender notices. Do you see it? All the list of tender and tender notices which are added to the backend. And when I click on a particular tender, I'll be able to find it out the detailed information about the tender as well. Any questions?
No questions.
Perfect. Okay. So by completing the tender and by completing the last option, which is tender, we are done with the entire content management system, which will allow you to do the management, the update the content of the entire website. So as we have provided you the login details, you can always go ahead and log in. Each and every members can, for whom the account has already been created, they can log in and they can make necessary updates and get themselves trained. Correct. So moving ahead with the next options, content. Okay. So contents, there is a form builder. I'll keep this form builder for last, but we'll go through the pop-up first. Because the form builder will require an appropriate time. We can create the forms. We can create the form through the help of the form builder and get it associated to the website as and where required. Okay, pop-up. On the website, we do have a pop-up on when any of the user comes to the website, we allow a pop-up over there. I'll first of all, I'll show you while editing it. Okay, once when I edit the pop-up, then what is the title? Then I can add the logo. I can upload, add, edit, delete the logo. Correct. Then what is the description? I can update the description according to my requirement. Then there is a footer as well. Correct. Footer information as well. Then we have provided a color picker option over here where you can do a selection as per your own requirements and you can select the colors. We have provided hexa. We have provided all different options where you can place the codes. And once all of these changes are being done, you can click on save. This is primary, and then there is a secondary as well. You can add social media details by clicking an add and provide the icon title, social icon link, and social icon class if required. If you don't add this class, I'll need to check this out because I see there has been a mandatory mark over here, but I'll find it out why the reason we have added the class as compulsory over here. Correct. Start date, end date, which is common feature for all of the section of the website. If there is no expiry, you can simply click on no expiry and it'll always be enabled. Display in all pages. Do you want to display it on all of the pages? Then keep it enabled. If you want to have it selected for selected sections of the website, then you'll be able to find it out the list over here. Do you want to only provide it on the agencies? Do you want to provide specifically on a category? You only want to have it on a content pages? You can do a selection for the CMS page. So all this list has been provided over here. So when any of the user surfs the website, they will only be able to see this pop up when they are on a particular page. Sorry. Link on pop-up. Let's say as an example, if you want to link that pop-up to any of the internal or third-party pages, you can set the link over here. You can update, provide the link over here. Again, do you want to open that link in a same window or do you want to open the link in a new window? So you can do the selection over here. And based on that selection, the pop-up is going to display on the front end of the website. Display information. Do you want to publish this or do you want to keep it unpublished? Save and exit, save and keep editing, and cancel. Any questions in regards to the pop-up?
Yes, I have a question. We have indicated a little earlier that the primary and secondary color schemes have a indicator to show which colors they're going to affect or what elements they're going to affect. Can you specify just a small in brackets or either a little notice area to show that what areas is going to be affected by that particular color?
So you want to have some sort of preview over here, which will show that, okay, what is the primary color and what is the secondary color, correct?
Yeah, what elements is going to be affected with the primary
Got you.
color? What element is going to be affected by the secondary?
Got you. Got you. Not a problem.
All right.
I'll have that feature for you. Perfect. Any other questions? Okay. Moving ahead with the next, that is quick links.
Just a quick question.
Sure.
Can you create one and just show us exactly the areas, like the primary and secondary colors being affected by a custom color that you would provide?
Sure.
You would add in?
Sure. Just give me a minute.
Thank you. Can you make that primary color like a fuchsia? Just totally different.
Sure. Just give me a minute. Red. Red will work.
Yes, that would work.
The site is on a demo environment, so it takes some time to get loaded. So don't worry, when it goes to the actual hosting, it's not going to take the time what we are seeing it right now.
Okay.
Just give me a minute. Why the reason this didn't popped up? Nirmal, will I be able to, I don't see that I am able to do the selection for the past date.
Yes, that might not have been allowed on this module actually. So we need to allow that as well.
Yes, yes, yes. Because see what happens that is just to give TGOTB team idea. This also has a time frame over here. Currently, if you
Yes.
see, it could be a situation why the reason I'm not able to see this in the front end. The server time is different compared to our time. Correct. So when the site has been hosted, it's going to be exactly similar to the Bahamas time. So just give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so here it is, here the pop-up is. So the primary color is something which you see it over here. The title, okay, let me also keep that open. The title, what you see it over here, the title is here, correct? The logo is over here. Sorry, the title is over here, and the logo, it already has a default name over there. The title is over here, and the content, the description, what I have added is over here, and the footer details, what I have added is over here itself. The primary color is red. The secondary color is the green, which you are able to see it over here. Any questions, any comments, feedback?
No questions. Thanks.
Perfect. Okay. So moving ahead with, shall I move ahead with the next quick links? Okay. On the website, we do have a section which are for quick links. So this is a section which is for a quick links. Correct. So you will be able to do the management for all of this quick links from here itself. If you want to edit any of the existing one, you can edit it from here itself. Most probably the options remains the same, correct? Currently, you'll be able to see a circle with a cross sign. So that means this particular record has been disabled from the front end. The one which has a right sign, that means that that particular option is enabled and it's displaying in the front end. So let's say I wanted to make edits to budget document. Over here, I'll be able to make necessary adjustments for the title. Then is the link internal or external? If it is internal, you don't need to provide any of the link, but you'll need to do the selection for the internal module. Then the second, select the page. Which page do you want to do the selection? You have done, first of all, you have selected CMS pages. And then you'll need to select which particular page you want to do the selection for. What is the display order? First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Start date. On which date do you want to start showing it in the front end? If you want to set an expiration date, you can set an expiration date. Publish, unpublish, save and exit, save and keep editing, and cancel. So now we'll try to see how we can add a new entry, add quick links. All the fields will remain same. The only change that is, it is going to be empty. You can provide the title. If you want to get it linked to an external, you can click on external link and provide an external link. Currently, the display order, it's automatically going to add the last one. But by any chance, if you want to add it as a new one, you can update it to number one, or maybe if you want to put it in between, you can specify the sequence accordingly. Start date, expiration date, if you want to set it, publish, unpublish, save as draft, save and exit, save and keep editing, and cancel. Okay. So this is all about quick links. Any questions in regards to quick links? Okay, so just to give you an idea, we do have multiple pages over here. And by any chance, if you want to find any of the quick links, you can type it over here and automatically that is going to get filtered. If you want to filter, select status. You want to do a selection only for the ones which are published. You'll be able to find it out all of the published ones. Correct. So if you want to see unpublished, you can click on unpublished and you'll be able to find it out all of the unpublished. reset will reset the entire filter. So this is how exactly, by any chance, if you want to make any of the settings, you want to from 3 columns, you want to make it to 4 column, or you want to make it to 2 columns. Okay. So what that is, currently you'll be able to see it over here. It is in 3 columns. By any chance, if you want to change it to 4 columns, you can do the selection 4 columns, save, and it's going to update all the 4 columns as well. Any questions?
Questions?
Perfect.
No questions.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Moving ahead with the next option, that is alerts. Okay, on the website, when you surf the website, at the top, there are alerts. So here are the alerts, which we are able to see it at the top. If I want to make any of the edits to the existing alerts, if I want to disable it, I can disable it. If I want to enable it, I can enable it. So let's quickly edit any of the one right now. So over here, service alerts. What is the title? It's a service alert. Correct. Link type. Do you want to link it internally or do you want to link it externally? You can do the selection. Alert type. Is it a general alert? Is it a health alert? It's a weather alert, or it's a service alert. Correct. So you can there are different bifurcations provided over here. Based on that accelerations front end, it's going to display based on the icons as well. If it is an external, you can specify the external link over here. The short description, you can specify the short description, which you'll be able to find it out over here. Again, we have provided the color options. Based on the colors over here, it's going to display the colors accordingly. If you don't do the selection, it'll automatically append the default color. Display information, publish, unpublish, start date, expiration date, save and exit, save and keep editing, and cancel. So this is how exactly you can edit the existing alerts. If I want to add a new alert, I can click on add alert, and the same fields will appear, but they'll be empty. I can specify the title, external, internal. And if I'll do the selection internal, I do have an option to select it from the existing modules. And then once I select the existing module, so let's say as an example, I have done a selection for CMS page. Then I'll have an option to do a selection of the CMS page where I want to get this linked. Once this has been done, I can provide a short description, which will be displayed in the front end, the color combination. Once I've done the selection, publish, unpublish, save, start date, publish, unpublish, start date, and expiration date, save as draft, save and exit, save and keep editing, and cancel. Self-explanatory. Okay. Any questions in regards to alert?
No questions.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Perfect. Okay. Now, moving ahead with the form builder. So in regards to form builder is something which you will require an appropriate trial and error to understand how exactly this form builder works. So you'll be able to find it out all of the existing forms which we have already built and is been associated to the website. Depth of labor form, correct? So there's a form which has already been created. I can click on edit. Okay, before I proceed further with edit, there are options to edit, there are options to duplicate it, and active, deactive. The reason for providing a duplicate is, so let's say as an example, if you don't want to build the form from scratch, you can duplicate the existing form and make necessary updates and get it published on the website. So over here, when I'll click on the edit sign, I'll be able to find it out. The form name, what is the form name? There is a select list. Is it a default list or any other? I'm not gonna make a change over here right now, but when I'll show you add new, I'll show you how exactly it works. Correct. Form description. If you want to provide any of the form description, you can provide the form description over here itself. If you want to add any of the image to that particular form, you can select the image. The media functionality still remains the same. You want to upload it from your own computer, you can click over here and upload it from your own computer. If you want to upload it from your own uploads, you'll be able to find it out your own uploads, recent uploads, and anything. By any chance, if you would have deleted it, you want to revoke it, you can revoke it. Correct. Then form expiry message. Okay, by any chance, you are setting it up and expiry date, then you can specify what is the specific reason for an expiration for that particular form. Receivers details. Okay, so you're creating a form. Once the form has been created, any of the user comes to the website, they fill the form, but where exactly that form is going to be sent to. So we have specified the email IDs over here. At any given point of time, you want to get it updated, you can go to a particular form and you can update it. If you want to add a BCC, you want to get it BCC to any of the member, you can provide the BCC email address. If anyone replies back to that particular email and you want to receive the reply to a specific email ID, then you can specify the reply email address, email subject. What should be the email subject? When any of the user is receiving the email, what should the email subject? Email content, what should be the email content? You can specify the email content. If you want to respond the user, if you want to keep an automated respond, then enable this feature and provide the auto response content over here itself. Okay, CAPTCHA is very important. Why CAPTCHA is important? This prevents the spamming activities which are going to be performed on the website actually. So if any of the if somebody is trying to put unnecessary information on the website, or maybe if any of the bots or any hackers are trying to run the script, then it's going to authenticate the real human, and then only it's going to allow the submission on the website. So that's the reason the CAPTCHA is important. Newsletters, show the newsletter subscription checkbox. If you want to add the newsletter subscription, if somebody is filling a form and they also want to get it appended, you want their email ID. I mean, the government of Bahamas need their email ID for the newsletter subscription, then you can enable it from here. If not, then it's not going to display it on the website. Okay. Here is the actual form builder functionality. So you'll be able to find it out. We have done a mapping over here. When I'll show you the new, when I'll create a new form, you'll be able to get a better idea because this form has already been created. Correct. So what we have done is we have done a selection. So let's say header. So here is the header, then a field. Then I've provided a text field. Then I've provided the name over here, location. Again, that's text field, phone number. That is a number field. Comments, again, that is a text field, and photo ID is an upload field. correct? So this is a predefined form which we have already created over here. If I want to, I'll show you if I want to add any of the new items from here itself, where there is paragraph. If I want to add a paragraph, I can add the paragraph. If I want to add checkbox group, I can add the checkbox group. If I want to add a radio buttons, I can add the radio buttons. Based on the criterias what you're going to add it to the form, it's going to automatically save the information to the database, and the admin will be able to review it on the leads itself. Correct. So this is how exactly the existing form can be edited. Now let's quickly go ahead and try to see how you can create a new form. So over here, there is a button which says add form. When you click on add form, the field still remains the same. The form name, the list, description, image, start date, expiration date, form expiration reason, correct? So all this remains the same. It'll come down to the actual area, how you can create a form. So first of all, when I want to create a form, I need a header. I'll add the header element over here, and then I'll specify that the label. Correct. So I've provided this information over here. Correct. Then if I want to add a paragraph, I can add the information over here. If I want to add address, what type it is. If I want to add it a canvas, I can add the canvas. These are different types over here. Output, correct. Then I want to add a text field. I can simply drag and drop over here, and I can specify the name. Is it required? If I'll click required, automatically this is going to have the sign over here. What is the label? Now I'm gonna specify the label. Help text. If I want to add any of the help text, I can add it. If I want to add any of the placeholder, I can add the placeholder. If I want to add any of the class, I can add the class name, value. If I want to add any of the values, if I want to add a type, what type it is, email, color, or password, whatsoever it might be, I can do that. Or if I want to keep it simple as a text field, I can keep it as a text field. If I want to set a maximum length, I can specify the length, and it's going to validate accordingly. So there are multiple different elements over here. Based on that elements, you can use all of these elements, create a form according to your requirement. So radio button, option 1, option 2, option 3. Now let's say an example. I can go ahead and make all necessary edits for option 1, option 2, and option 3. Is it required? Correct. And all this are the default options. Once when you'll review it, you'll be able to get more idea about the actual form builder. So this is how exactly, let's say an example, if I want to remove any of the one option, I can. If I want to add multiple or more options, I can go ahead and add more options as well. So this is how exactly the entire form builder works. Any questions in regards to the form builder?
Yes, we have indicated that we would like to have the columns set up for the form. If you when would that be integrated?
It's under process, actually. It's under process. My team is already working onto it.
Okay.
Correct. So once that is updated, In the meantime, when you are reviewing this functionality, my team is already working on all of the feedbacks or suggestions what are being provided, and will soon have an updates on each and every sections of the website, actually, of the entire Power Panel as well.
Also, can you preview one of the forms for us?
Sure.
Okay.
So do you want, okay, just give me a minute. Actually, there are multiple sections, so we also don't remember each and every section, but let me go ahead and find that out. Nirmal, will you be able to share me the link for this if you have it handy?
Yeah, let me check.
I think you could go to the contact list.
Yeah, contact us.
Oh, yeah, contact us.
So this
Yeah,
is a
that is on
contact
the
us.
contact us.
Yeah, this is a contact us form actually, which has been generated from the backend itself. I can show you that as well, form builder. So here is the contact us form. If I want to make any of the edits to the contact us form, I can go ahead and make the edits to the contact us form as well. So let's say an example, I'm going to make this as message as required. And then I'm going to click on save. I'm not going to refresh this page right now. I made an updates to the message. Then I'll hit on enter. So this message field has become mandatory over here. So that's how exactly you can create the form and make necessary updates as well.
Can you also show how to add or insert a form element into a page?
Course, yes. Yeah, of course, yes. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So over here, I want to add a paragraph. I have added the paragraph over here. And then I'll do a refresh over here. Just give me a minute.
Actually, by mistake, you clicked on clear.
We will rework it. I'm sorry about that. I clicked on clear. I'll take.
Excuse me, Yash.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah. In regards, pardon me for this disrupting you on that. Can you change the header types to small to extra large to the very top?
Okay, instead of
So like
H1, H2,
H1,
H3, you want to have it.
right? So H1 will correspond to extra large, or
Okay.
if you yeah, just change those. Thanks.
Sure, sure. Not a problem. So that user, I mean to say the user will be able to understand what exactly this stands for.
The reason why I said it is because you got people who.
Gotcha. Okay, so I made some minor updates right now on the contact us. So the changes which I made it over here, I'll be able to see all the changes over here. I added name, phone number, message, and the captcha is enabled, and the send button. This is how exactly you can create the form according to your own requirements. And the 2-column thing which you specified, we are working on to it and will soon update you once that feature has been added.
Okay, thanks.
Perfect. So I think so. We are good with the current session. We have covered up the pending areas for the pages, and we also covered the contents. Now, moving ahead with the next session, we will go through the access rights, role management, users, and workflow. And if time allows in that session, we will also try to cover the leads as well. Perfect. So, shall I propose the same time tomorrow?
Yeah, same time tomorrow will work.
Perfect.
Um,
Awesome.
I have a question. It doesn't have to do with what you went over today, because we were given the ability to now go behind the scene and test certain things.
Correct.
So one of the things we want to do is start actually updating information, because if from the last time that you guys actually did it for us, it was from February or so, and we're now in October. So we want to go in and start actually updating some of the content. Now, I remember saying that you made a backup of the current government site.
Correct.
Is that going to replace whatever we do?
Okay, so what I'm going to do is we are going to create another instance. I already had a discussion with my team internally today. So
Okay.
the one which I have provided in access right now, I mean to say your team can go ahead and get themselves trained. We will have a separate instance which we will be keeping it for go live process. So for that instance, there are only few members, those who will have an access to make updates to, and you can make necessary adjustments to the content and all that areas. And when we want to push it live, we are going to take that particular instance and push it live.
Okay.
Correct?
Are we we able to identify the members that we want to be able to go into that instance and
Yes,
do the update?
yes, of course, yes.
Uh, how soon do you think you'll have that available?
I should have that by Friday, most probably by Friday.
Friday?
Correct.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so one more thing. I was working in one of the agency sites. Now, those instances, they would remain the same. So whatever we do there, they would be used for go live, right? For the agency sites.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So one of the pages I was looking to update, I wasn't able to find. It exists in the front end, but I went to the CMS pages and not able to find it. So something like that, what could cost that?
Okay, we can cover that. We can try to do the actual demo in our next session so that you'll be able to find it out, or maybe we can rule it out where exactly you are facing any sort of challenges.
Okay, so we could bring it up tomorrow and then
Of
actually go
course,
through it.
yes. Of course, yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Any other questions?
Yes, one more.
Sure, go ahead, please.
Yes. Regarding the hero, I understand you guys are still updating that section, the hero section.
Hero section, no, it's already been updated, and I've already shared the information how you can do the adjustments for the hero section, the main banner section of the website.
All right. Yes. All right. So that's already automated, whereby the new item would be updated once it's been posted and saved.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. So same time tomorrow, I'm gonna send you the meeting invite within next few minutes. I do have a follow-up meeting right now. Once that meeting is completed, I'll send you the meeting invite today itself, and talk to you soon again.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, entire TGOTB team.
All right.
Thanks, Yas.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye.